Companies have to have a clear understanding of employee personality traits in order to motivate, challenge, and train them to be productive. The ability to have faith in your own abilities is a valuable trait to have in an organization. Rodney Rico was recently hired to a mid-level management position at Messy Chocolates. Although he had only minor management experience, he had a high level of self-efficacy, which made him determined to succeed at this new job. Self-efficacy is the self-confidence in one's ability to accomplish and succeed in organizational tasks. Self-efficacy does play a major part in how employees learn and interact. For example, employees who have high self-efficacy set lofty goals and usually stay motivated to achieve them. Rodney made a promise to himself to reach upper management by the time he hit 30 years of age. His goal keeps him motivated to achieve at Messy Chocolates. Self-efficacy also affects an employee's work ethic. For instance, Rodney has impressed his subordinates, co-workers, and superiors with his quick learning and job dedication. He rarely leaves work before 7 p.m. and has mastered all of the new skill set needed for his job. As a comparison, Zach, who was also recently hired, barely spends 6 hours a day on the job. He does not work hard at learning his new job and would be defined as having low self-efficacy. Zach does not believe that hard work and his abilities will pay off with success. In other words, he lacks self-confidence. Bandura and Locke are two researchers who concluded that self-efficacy is a factor in organizations identifying employees who will excel in their job. The researchers also identified key sources of self-efficacy, including past performance, vicarious experience, verbal persuasion, and emotional cues. For example, employees at Messy Chocolates generally have high self-efficacy if they have a track record of previous successes or past performances at work. Management can increase employees' chances of developing self-efficacy by offering them good training, mentorship opportunities, and challenges. Rodney knew he would be able to step into a middle management position because he had no trouble mastering entry-level management in his previous job. In fact, he helped middle and upper-level managers with special projects that gave him the confidence to apply for a more challenging job at Messy Chocolates. Another source of self-efficacy is vicarious experience, which means that employees are inspired and motivated by watching other coworkers succeed. Rodney has already been labeled a star at Messy Chocolates because he has been emulating other successful managers. He is inspired by seasoned middle managers and has been copying their work successes. Verbal persuasion is the third source of self-efficacy. This is where employees are told that they have the skills and talents to complete tasks. Rodney is surrounded by excellent mentors and workers who build up his self-confidence by telling him that he can achieve any of his tasks and goals. This type of mentorship is essential in organizations to breed self-confidence. The last source is emotional cues, and it refers to the physiological reaction of stress in an organization and how an individual handles that stress. For example, if a worker lacks the self-efficacy to succeed on tasks, they will act stressed and perhaps have health issues such as high blood pressure, have high heart rates, etc. On the other hand, employees with high self-efficacy will remain cool and collected when handed stressful or lofty goals. Just last week, Rodney had to handle a double sales territory as one manager came down sick with the flu. It was a challenge for Rodney, but he rose to the occasion and handled the extra work easily. Rodney also wanted to fit in with his fellow managers, so he also practiced self-monitoring to ensure that he presented himself as an accomplished manager. Self-monitoring is the ability to base one's behavior on other people's cues and actions. People with high self-monitoring pay attention in great detail to how others act and will change their behavior accordingly. For example, Rodney embraces high self-monitoring and will change his behavior to fit the situation. Although this type of individual is more unpredictable, they make excellent managers, as they are able to identify and adapt to many different types of worker personalities. Rodney is able to communicate with the shy vendor and also the outgoing sales reps. Some people with a high level of self-monitoring can be stressed because they're always changing roles, and some find more satisfaction in a group environment. There are many personality characteristics of employees that occur within organizations that determine their level of success. Self-efficacy is the self-confidence in one's ability to accomplish and succeed in organizational tasks. Self-monitoring is the ability to base one's behavior on other people's cues and actions. Companies that are able to understand the key personality traits of employees will benefit from better worker productivity.